We'll do it live. Fuck it. Do it live. I'll write it and we'll do it live.
Brought to you by Pam. Food, balls, and bad decisions.
With the first pick in the 2023 NFL Draft.
Food, balls, bad decisions.
We'll do it
What's
live.
up, gentlemen?
Fuck
Oh,
it.
I forgot to take it off the thing.
What's good, fellas? What's good?
I feel like this has been a couple weeks in the making.
Well, we took a few weeks off. I mean, we can get into that, I guess. Anthony and I was traveling down to Mexico. Didn't travel together.
No, we couldn't travel together. We couldn't.
If you didn't leave the resort, did you actually go to Mexico?
Right.
I did not leave the resort.
Right.
I don't ever leave the resort either, man.
Benny could have been in outer Saskatchewan for all he knew, because
Could have been.
He flew to a country, got in a van, went to the
Private
resort,
private transfer.
went to the resort, and then did not step off foot from the resort. He could have been in Florida. He could have been in fucking Puerto Rico. Could have been anywhere for all he knew.
So
Because
let
he
me
would
tell you. Hold on, let me tell you a story. So
Oh, please,
private transfer me. You know.
do. No.
won't pay for valet at the airport, but private transfer for sure.
Yeah. So we private transfer back to the airport, right? And our little driver, let's call him Pedro. Our little driver, he says, "Hey, I need
Kinda
to make a
racist.
stop," and we're like, "No, buddy, we're stopping at the airport." And he's like, "No, I got to make a stop. I've got to pick up, clients at the airport, and I need to get water at this convenience store." So I'm like, man, it's a little sketchy, So we pull into like downtown Cancun, and my buddy Daniel's in there with me. And I told Daniel, I was sitting behind him. I said, "Hey, make sure he leaves this thing running." And he goes, "Yeah, oh yeah, I will." And so Daniel tells him, he says, "Hey, buddy, you leave this thing running, lock the doors, and leave the keys in it." And that guy kind of looked at us real funny and said, "Yeah, you got about 2 minutes, bud. You're not back in 2 minutes. I'm gonna get in this van and drive us to the airport. We're not getting stuck in Cancun. It's not happening." So, just a minor little inconvenience, but outside of that, I mean, yeah, stay
Did
at
he
the
go in
resort.
and get
There's
some
no
water
reason.
and come back out?
So let's.
He did.
I want to crack into this a little bit, Benny. So obviously you will actually leave the country, right? You will get on a plane.
We'll do it.
You will leave the safe confines of your Trump America.
We'll do it.
You'll do it,
Safe.
but then you won't actually go experience the country you travel to. Why?
Oh, I experienced it. I mean,
no.
resort life.
You had a very what's the right word here for you? You had a
AJ.
very tailored experience.
Before the Reverend starts preaching, how much of Mexico have you really gone? Have you been to Mexico City? Have you seen
been to
real
Mexico
Mexico, or have you seen resort tourist town Mexico?
Well, I mean, I'm not an idiot. I mean,
Okay, so
so
before you start
there's
preaching about Florida South,
no. If you're traveling to a tourist area of Mexico, you could not be more safer.
I agree.
You're in more danger in Oklahoma City than you are in a tourist zone in Mexico.
No, I agree. I mean, that was my argument.
To answer your question, Chad, I explore the hell out of those areas where it's safe for me to travel.
Okay.
Yes.
Like the Louis V store. Tell me more about how dangerous that was.
the Hummer dealership.
Yeah.
Well, brother. I ain't staying in the hood.
No, it was great. I'm telling you, I love the resort life. I really do. You show up, you immediately start drinking, you immediately start eating, Mexican tacos and shrimp tacos and salsa and all. I love it. I love the convenience of it. I love that I can literally sit at the pool and drink and order whatever food I want and I have no cares. And I can stumble back to my room and fall asleep and get up the next day and do it again.
The only
Benny,
thing bad about resort life- Go ahead,
Benny,
go ahead.
are you a big swim up pool guy? Do you love the swim up?
Oh,
Swim up bar?
I'm sorry, swim up bar. Sorry.
oh yes, then yes.
Yeah.
Are you big swim up bar guy?
No,
Yeah.
not really. And I'll tell you why. I think that's probably the most concentrated urine in the pool.
Absolutely.
Are those folks sitting there at the swim up bar? Because I'll be honest with you. I was in the pool. I got out and pissed 3 or 4 times, but I know some folks that didn't, and we were in that pool.
Do you call them out?
I probably shouldn't, but I just know that.
Well, I mean,
could.
say, hey.
No, but I mean, it's just I think that
I think last.
Going to the swim up bar I think is great. We took Yeti cups, so we just go to the swim up bar, tell them to fill it up, and then we made our way back to our little patio chairs.
Because you were worried about not looking American enough, so you brought your Yeti cups with you.
I didn't believe in the Yeti cup, and Jenny Lee brought ours last year, and it's the best thing we did.
It is 100%
because I would fall asleep, wake up, drink still cold.
That's so you walk around your resort in Mexico. You've got your Yeti cup, and you've got your American Indian Native American T-shirt that matches your tattoo, telling everybody, "Hey, in case y'all didn't know, I'm from America." Right? Is that how it goes?
You scream native.
I had some red, white, and blue trunks on too, so
Yeah, of course you did. Did you have your Crocs on too?
Man, I can't do Crocs. I tried to do them one time. They gave blue feet.
I tried to do it too. I tried to do the Crocs.
But I mean,
my kids love them though.
I don't understand kids. I mean, which I guess kids can walk on glass and it doesn't make a difference. But man,
they're not comfortable.
No, everybody's obsessed. All the kids are obsessed with them.
I hope Crocs never wants to sponsor us. We'll be like Brandon Walker talking about High Noon because we are dogging Crocs.
Well,
that's terrible.
Fun. Yeah,
they're terrible. Hey Dude, now if Hey Dude wants to come on board, I'm in on that. I love my Hey Dude slides.
I really should have gone with that because Crocs isn't an American company; it's European. I should have gone with your Hey Dudes.
You should have.
I mean, Hey Dudes are money.
I own several pairs of Hey Dudes.
Well, in case you haven't figured it out, by the way, we are Booze, Balls, and Bad Decisions, and we are brought to you by a little startup company called PayUp. Tony, AJ, do you want to tell us what PayUp is?
Well, PayUp, as soon as we clear some legal hurdles that we have, some legality issues.
I've had a few of those in my life. A few legal hurdles.
Well, because, it's not entirely legal in every state in the country, apparently. So we're working through some hurdles, but PayUp is the world's first peer-to-peer betting app, right? So you want to make wagers with your jackass dumb friends that sometimes have a hard time paying up on their bets. We got you. We have the app for that. Yeah, if you make bets with a guy named, I don't know, his name rhymes with Blue. You want Blue to use the PayUp app.
Gotcha.
And so talk a little bit about how does that work? So I make a bet with Chad. How does this work?
Well, you go into your handy dandy app and you put the details of your bet in there. You're buying tokens through our service, and then you send the bet to Blue. Blue accepts. Bam, you have your bet.
Okay, so I got a question. This is kind of turned into a tech talk here. How does the bet execute? Like, how does it know which side won or didn't win?
Through our proprietary algorithms, Chad. I'm glad you asked.
That's pretty cool. I mean, I really wondered how that worked.
If while we're on it, how does a watch work? How do we know that the watch is telling time correctly?
We don't. I just trust my Apple phone. I just trust my phone,
but not your Apple Watch. Apparently.
But no, so
my Apple Watch. Jeez, yeah. I'm lost without my Apple Watch, man. I've looked at my wrist about 326 times. Oh, it's driving me bonkers. So if anybody out there's got an Apple Watch they want to sell to a brother, help me out, man, because I am dying over here.
So that was 2 Mondays ago. We were in Mexico. Last Monday, which is an interesting story.
It's a tough day for this guy.
We're gonna dive. Let's just dive right in here to the competitive world of exercising.
Okay.
Yes.
Ask away.
So our boy Chad, our boy Hitch, does an
Ironman. Motherfucking Ironman.
Does an Ironman. I mean,
so Chad, for the folks that are listening that aren't like into competitive exercising, why don't you break down what is an Ironman?
So, okay, an Ironman is the event of all events for triathletes. I did the half Ironman, kind of like a half marathon, except a little crazier. So a full-blown Ironman is a 2.4 mile swim, 112 miles on a bike, and then a marathon at the end of it, which to me is pure insanity. I can't imagine. Everybody I've talked to that has done one just says basically you live to train. That's all you do is train.
So again, for the uneducated folks out there, so full Ironman
is 140.6 miles.
So like what's an average finish time for a full Ironman? How long is the average Joe out there?
The average? Average. I would say, I didn't know 17 hours. 15 to 17 hours. 15 to 17 hours, yeah.
15 hours of shuffling your full damn feet.
Yeah.
And like, are there like Are there sponsors there? Are there
So this is
women there?
I
Are there
didn't
people
know this.
topless? Are there? I mean,
No.
what's the incentive here? I mean,
So I did
what
not
do
know
we
this until
incentivize ourselves
recently.
with?
That I didn't know this until recently. It is actually considered a professional sport. An Ironman is a sport. I did not know that until this week or this last
Name
week.
one Ironmaner.
So
you're a
professional
Ironmaners.
athlete?
No, I'm not. You have to be paid.
You're a professional
half one.
exerciser now.
You have to be paid. I'm half
You're
of one. I
you
didn't
are
get paid.
you are half a
half
professional
man.
exerciser now.
So every one of these things
I'm
this year it's in
I'm
Nice.
impressed.
This year it's in Nice, France. Is the World Ironman Championship.
Ooh
And
la
so
la.
every year, it used to be, it was always in Kona, Hawaii, or I think it was Kona or wherever in Hawaii. You used to be able to watch it on ESPN. It was always a big deal.
Oh yeah. Watch for 7.
let's sit around and watch
that is
70 hours worth.
That is a great spectator sport right there.
Um,
Watching fucking paint dry.
So they actually gave out, I think they gave out 8 spots in the Tulsa. I did the Tulsa Ironman. They gave out 8 spots for it. To the top 8 finishers got to go and qualified to go to Nice. My coach actually qualified last week or 2 weeks ago in Ironman Texas, which is in Galveston. They swim in the bay. He qualified for Nice, so that's pretty cool. But what
is the like?
And
I mean,
it's monetary
here's the deal.
prizes. They win.
We all know that at our age. I mean, heck, I'm the youngest one of all of us, but at our age, what's the internal drive here? Because it's not an external drive. You're not training to go do the Ironman in France. You're not. I mean, what's the internal? What kept you swimming whenever you literally and I would have said, this is ridiculous. I'm 37 years old. Why am I doing this?
So, buddy Kevin Samro and Rob Piercy, a couple of guys I did it with. We do sprint triathlons, which are the 5K equivalent of a triathlon, right? It's a 300 or 400 meter swim, which is not very far. 12 miles on a bike takes about 45 minutes, and then a 5K. And so we kind of meandered through doing those a couple of times.
No big deal, right?
Yeah, I mean, it takes an hour and a half. No big deal. Yeah. Feel great when you get done. And Rob has done 3 or 4 half Ironman. And we kept talking about it. He's like, it's not that bad. The training's kind of terrible, but it's not that bad. So I kind of just made a deal with myself before I turned 45. I was going to do an Ironman. I'm 42. Full? Half Ironman. Okay. I'm never going to do the full. I don't, with 4 kids and a full-time job. I don't have the time for the training. I barely had the time for the training for this one. But Samro, the other guy, I think he's 48, and he said, well, let's do it before I'm 50, so let's just go ahead and do it this year. Well, it worked out that this year is the first year that Ironman Tulsa had a 70.3, a half Ironman, and it's also the last year of the Ironman Oklahoma, Ironman Tulsa. So we kind of thought it would be cool to do the first one they've ever had in the state for the 70.3 and the last one. Like they're only going to have one. They're not renewing the contract. So
how many people did this thing? I mean,
1,400.
I mean, okay,
which is actually a low number. That's not a lot. But I mean, you think about 1,400 people. We were basically all in the lake. We swam in Keystone Lake. I swam 1.2 miles. They started us. I was about 12 to 13 minutes in, about halfway through the course, a little less than halfway through the course, and they let the full Ironman go. So those guys are the very fastest of the fast. They caught us, swam right over the top of us. I mean, it's full contact swimming.
You're swimming in open water
in a lake. Keystone Lake looked just like Lake Texoma, no different. Full. I mean, can't see anything.
What do you got? Coast Guard around there, I guess. If somebody goes down, they make you wear floaties on your arms. I mean, that's what we did to the children. So
they have. It's a think about a light bulb. A light bulb shape that shape that goes out and around. That's what our swim course looked like. And all on the inside of it, they had kayaks, and then all the way rimmed around the outside of it, they had kayaks, plus 3 or 4 Coast Guard and some medical personnel, just in case anybody went down. I don't think anybody had an issue, but so anyway, you swim.
Man, with that many people in that and splashing around, how are you going to know if John Doe is drowning, or is he just tired? Is he just a poor swimmer?
I think that's probably part of it. I mean, the kayaks are right there. Like I ran into a kayak. I mean, they are right there on top of you. They're not very far away. I mean, they're in the lane of your swimming bound.
How'd that make you feel? You just like run smack dab into a kayak like my dog when he hits the fucking back door.
I did. It hurts a little bit. Thank God I found one. I also ran into a styrofoam dock that I didn't know was out there. Swam right into that. Got kicked in the face
with
once.
Your eyes closed, or
you can't see, man. Your head is straight down. Your head is in the water.
So you know what this reminds me of?
But you never see forward ever.
The only other half or Ironman experience I have, season 1 of Kenny Powers, season 1 of Eastbound and Down. Cutler, does the competitive exercising and does his Ironman.
Right.
Okay.
So
Is it an actual Ironman?
I think it's
Might have to watch
supposed to
this
be
episode.
like he's
Okay.
swimming, but I know he did a lot of training, on his
Okay.
bike and stuff. So, I mean, did you do stationary bike? Did you do?
Yeah, you can actually hold on right there.
Oh, he's,
Oh, there
wow.
we
You can
go.
see my
Oh, there
bike.
it
It's
is.
hooked up right there. It hooks to your phone, so you can do. My coach just programs different workouts into my phone and goes right to it, so I can simulate hill climb and all that stuff.
So, unlike a lot of other sports, I mean, you're just swimming, you're running, you're riding bikes.
Just swimming.
It's not like really like gear heavy like a lot of stuff is. So, triathlon's pretty cheap sport, right? I'm sorry, pretty cheap competitive exercising to participate in,
You
right?
would think so, right? By the time you pay for a wetsuit, I bought a new bike, which was a good time. Helmets are $200 or $300 because they have to be aero, they have to be safe.
Yeah.
Oh,
The
yeah.
cheapest thing
That drag on that helmet's going to really
Yeah.
slow you down.
I didn't wear. So they
guys,
have
guys that
you
are 40
swim-
pounds, guys that are 40 pounds overweight are worried about their fucking carbon fiber.
That's
bike.
true. It is 100% true. I mean, my
Yes.
bike is it weighs
that's
less than
thinking.
just about anything in my house. Like, it's tiny. I mean, you can lift it with one finger. It's crazy. And I have a middle of the road bike. It costs as much as a reliable car, but it's middle of the road without a doubt.
That's a solid flex right there.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Solid flex.
Um,
So Benny,
So
I got
this,
a-
I mean, this is a.
it's
this is a-
number one. It's an expensive sport. It is a time consuming. I've trained 12 to 15 hours a week. I mean, it's
So,
a
Benny,
part time job.
Benny, I have a question for you. I have a challenge for you.
Oh,
name,
yeah,
name,
name it.
name a bougier suburban dad activity than doing triathlons. Name a bougier activity than triathlons.
Taking your golden doodle to the dog
Have a
park.
goal. God dang it.
I mean, that's the only thing I can think of that is just more. I'm a middle-aged white dude that just needs something to occupy my time.
So here's my question for both of you guys. I mean, do you think you guys could do a sprint try?
No, I have no desire to.
You want to
do
try
I think-
one? I mean,
do-
there's a
no,
really good one coming
no,
up.
I mean, I literally said I have no desire, and I mean that.
I
But
think if you did it once, you'd have a lot of fun.
no, I wouldn't either. But here's the thing about me: I'm stubborn enough, and I'm an asshole enough that if I was to do it, I would complete it, even if my heart exploded. I mean, I wouldn't stop, and I wouldn't walk. And I mean, you just you just do what you do, and then at the end, you worry about the results tomorrow or whatever.
So yeah, AJ is frozen up there. So I did walk. I walked almost the entire half marathon, probably three quarters of
and
it.
we're back.
Because
We're back.
at the end of it, I was just completely done.
Now,
So
that's the last? I guess that's the last.
Yeah, so you start with the swim, and everything was delayed about an hour because there was so much fog. The safety personnel couldn't see anybody. So we started, got done, and then you go from swim, transition. You have to take your wetsuit off, get on your bike.
Wait, are you
clip in.
naked there? You're naked somewhere?
No, so I had a you wear your tri suit
There's a lot of
underneath,
full frontal male nudity.
and then you have a wetsuit over the top of it.
Well, but this is what I'm thinking, man, and I'm a big proponent of powdering up. I'm an anti-chafer. If you're swimming and
glide.
riding a bike, I mean, good Lord, dude. As soon as you started running, I would think you would just be chafed to death.
What's crazy is usually on your bike, two things happen: your butt hurts like really bad, and you chafe your legs right there. And I didn't have no problem
like
with
prison.
that. Yeah, it does sound a lot like prison, doesn't it? You said sounds like prison and then froze. I didn't have any problem with that at all. Like no chafing issues, no butt soreness, nothing ever went. Usually your legs go numb, your butt
Any
goes
impotence
numb, nothing.
issues?
No impotence issues.
Because I mean, they say that's a deal on the bike. I mean, they say that. I don't know.
I've heard
I don't
that
know on the
only
bike.
from you, but
I mean, I really think that's true. I think that they
did-
say.
no.
I mean,
I've
Lance
got 4
Armstrong
kids and I'm
lost
not
one
worried
ball.
about it.
Chad
lost
has
the
4
ball.
kids. He's not worried about impotence.
I'm not
yet.
worried about it. I promise you, Jenny Lee's hoping for that outcome.
Well, I mean,
But anyway, yeah. So to your point, I meant to go high, Rito, is you said that you would finish no matter what. So Ironman puts a time limit on you. So you get an hour and 10 minutes to swim. You have to be done. You get 5.5 hours to do your swim, your transition, and your bike. If you're not done, you get pulled off the course. And then you get 8.5 hours to do the whole thing. If you're not done at 8.5 hours, no finisher medal, no finisher hat, nothing.
Oh,
You're
yeah.
done.
So
You
what
just
was
get
your
pulled
time?
off. 8 hours and 15 minutes.
oh, so you just
Well,
squeaked by.
I did.
Back up. So let me get this straight. I'm out there. I've paid my entry fee, which I'm sure is cheap. I'm on my
for
$10,000.
$350.
Yeah, I'm on my $10,000 bike.
Yep.
You know, I'm out there. I'm chugging away. I'm gonna finish, right? I'm just slow as Christmas. Are you telling me that they will pull my fat ass off the course?
Absolutely.
I understand. I can't finish. I get that, right? But if I'm just chugging along, just shuffling my fat fucking feet, they will pull me. They will pull me off the course.
I don't
if I'm too slow.
know. I don't know 100% if they will pull you off the run course. Now, they said they did. Like they had their own little Facebook group that kind of tells you the rules and regs and everything. And they're like, hey, everybody that got pulled from the course.
This is the widest white dude
it's the
thing
widest sport ever. But they did say that hey, everybody that got pulled from the course, even though you were at the very end, blah blah blah. But I mean, like, you think about it, dude. I was 8 hours and 15 minutes. There were people I passed, and it was a down and back run course. So I mean, I saw everybody on the way back, right? There's people I passed that I know didn't finish.
Yeah.
I mean, like, I know for sure didn't finish. And that, I mean, it really kind of sucks because they were out there just as long as I was and suffered through that crap just like I did. And they didn't get nothing out of it.
So you finished. Did you get out of 14 or so hundred? What place?
I never looked.
Oh, really?
I'm very non-competitive. I don't care. All I wanted to do is get under 8 hours and 30 minutes. So I lost. So the 3 people I did it with, I got last place with those 3. So we all finished within 12 minutes of each other, which was kind of over 8.5 hours to finish all within 12 minutes was pretty crazy.
Here, I can't even sleep for 8.5 hours. You know what I mean? Like, I can't think of anything that I could do consecutively for 8.5 hours.
I can't sit through an hour and a half movie.
Yeah, I couldn't.
It's a long time, man.
So 8 hours of movie, 8 hours of moving, hours and hours, hundreds of hours of training. So this is like a skinny person sport, right? There's no fatties out there.
In the sprint tries, I'm going to keep this as PC as possible. In the sprint tries, there definitely
thicky thicks.
Yeah, in the sprint tries, there definitely. I did not see a lot of big people in the Ironman. Like, I looked for them because I'm like, oh, thank God I can beat that person. And I didn't see very many of them, man. Like,
that would be.
They were pretty fit. Everybody there, I was, without a doubt, our little crew was the least fit out of everybody I saw.
Well, I'm enamored. Yeah, I mean, I'm enamored by this. So are we talking about like former, college cross country runners or
I'm
former
guess
college
a lot of them,
swimmers and people that just hang. I mean, I can still throw a football probably
over a mountain,
50 yards at least in the air.
Can you, Uncle Rico?
God, I can fire one. But I mean, that's the thing.
You would have won state too, right? Yeah.
No, we were bad.
If that coach would have put you in there.
No, we were bad.
The coach hated you.
But I mean, is that what this is? Like, people that run and they're like, I've got to hang on to this. I mean, what?
I think so.
I mean, or is it just? Here's my opinion, and this is Benny's opinion. You're fighting some demons if you're doing that. Like, internally in your head for 8.5 hours, you're fighting some demons. I mean, you got some shit going on that you ain't working out, and this 8-hour run and swim and bike is going to help you. I mean, you got some skills.
It was a weird experience. It was a super. I don't usually. I take that back. I finished a marathon. I was pretty emotional because we ran. It was the Oklahoma City Memorial, and we ran, or it was Fort Worth. But the first half marathon, it was Oklahoma City Memorial. Ran by my grandparents' house. That was pretty cool. This one, I didn't get emotional. I like the swim. I knew that if I finished the swim, I'd be okay because I was nervous as all get out. I knew if I finished it, I'd be okay. And once I started the bike, I didn't really even remember being on the bike until about mile 13. You kind of just blank out. You're just riding.
Music. Your headphones won't even stay.
No electronics.
Stay charged for 8 hours. No electronics.
You're not supposed to have them at all. No phones. No headphones. I took my phone on the bike just because it was where we rode was just country 2-lane roads out in the middle of nowhere. I thought, man, if I wreck or have a flat, something, that I can't fix, then what am I going to do? I'll call Jenny and tell her to come get me, but
take my bike up and curl it and then I'll start.
Right. But the only time I got emotional is Jenny Lee was not planning on being out on the bike route. And when I saw her, that was the only time I was like, I'm going to finish this damn thing. And I got to see her out here. It was pretty cool. That's pretty cool.
I mean,
but it was fun, man. I'm telling you, once you get into something like that, it's just like anything else. I mean, it's just like anything else. You get into stock market or betting on football or fantasy football, whatever. It's once you get into it, it's a lot of fun and you kind of absorbed in it.
So I get that, right? But why the need to pay $400 to compete in a race that you know that you're probably going to finish last 10? Why not just hop out of the house on a Sunday morning and go ride bikes for?
I do that too.
Instead?
because only 1% of the people, and I didn't know this either, but I found only 1% of the people in the United States have ever done this, have ever done a half. And to say that you're one of those 1% is kind of cool. I mean,
He's a top 1%er, is he?
yeah, for sure.
Yeah, there we go. I knew we were going here.
Don't worry.
Well,
You're gonna all know. I'll have the tattoo on my calf before too long. I'm not gonna get the Iron
I
Man.
know you will.
I'm not gonna get the Iron Man logo. I don't want a corporate logo.
No,
on me, but
you're getting the Iron Man tramp stamp.
I'll probably put the 70.3 on me for sure.
Oh my God! If you do that,
I'm gonna do it 100%.
Oh my God!
You have a damn Cigar City tattoo on your cigar chief on your shoulder. I don't want to hear it from you.
Wrong. That's wrong. That's not even close to being right. Unreal.
Nobody here knows. It's a good
Unreal.
time. I challenge you guys all to try one time.
No,
it's
the
a lot
answer's
of fun.
It's a hard pass.
It's a lot of fun.
Hard pass.
I'm glad it's over with.
would you rather do another? Would you rather do another Ironman or would you rather do the water challenge?
Iron Man?
So here's my
I'll probably do
to you
another
both.
one. I keep saying I'm not going to do another one. I'll probably do another one.
Here's my promise to you both. If I ever it's like a random Tuesday, I text you, "Hey Benny, I think I'm going to do an Ironman."
Oh,
I expect you to drive straight to Durant, line me up, and just kick me in the nuts as hard as you possibly can.
Yeah, I mean, that'd probably, it's
Lock it
easier
in.
than Iron Man.
Just knock some sense into me.
You didn't do that for me when I told you. You were one of the first people that knew, AJ.
That's because you're a masochist, and I knew we had to get rid of Fat Chad. I knew
it's true.
I knew the aura of Fat Chad had to die.
It died.
And I knew this was I knew this was a great way for you to exercise those demons.
It was a great way
to do this competitive exercising activity and get rid of the Fat Chad vibe once and for all. And so
it did feel pretty good. You did feel pretty good.
No, I mean, all jokes aside, I give it up to you, but I'm never doing it. Never. I mean, it's just not going to happen.
We've got another one coming June 25th. Anybody out there wants to go do it with us? The Craig Ranch Triathlon Sprint. It's a sprint. It's very slow, very calm. It'll be nice. I think Bruce is going to do it, actually.
Bruce probably can do it. He can get off the couch right now and do it.
Bruce can do it right now. He rode, we rode 12 miles. We rode 14 miles the other day on Saturday, and he said he was a little sore, but I mean, he'll be fine. If he can swim, he'll be fine. He'll beat me. I guarantee you.
If he can't, he'll die, right? If he can swim, he's fine.
No, the kayaks will save him.
This was in a pool. Lifeguards will be there. No problem.
The kayaks will save him.
Yeah, no problem. No problem. He's got this. All right. What are we moving on to? NFL schedule?
All right. Let's look at the NFL schedule.
We have a guest to bring on, don't we?
Oh,
we do.
Are we going to bring him on right now?
Up. Bring him on.
He's in here waiting. Bernie, you ready? Give me a thumbs up. You ready, man? There he is.
The man, the myth, the legend.
He just immediately made this podcast way more handsome.
Oh,
how we doing?
So
how we doing, guys?
Doing good,
hear
man.
Me?
Yeah, we hear you perfect.
Good. Been listening the whole time. Sounds good.
All right, Bernardo. Bernardo, you could do an Ironman, could you not?
I could do it. I could probably do it, but I would be dead. It's not easy. Been playing pickup basketball half court on Sundays, and dude,
you're ready.
I mean, you guys know the sprints; they're different.
So you can go play pickup basketball. You rolling over to like North Tulsa to do that? Where are you going to go? Where are you playing? Where you playing pickup ball at?
Oh,
I can name one Vato in basketball. I'm not going to North Tulsa. Eduardo Najera, and that's it. Fellow Sooner.
That's right.
No, man, my buddy has a shop, half court. Play 2-on-2. It's pretty fun.
What I want to know is you're in Tulsa and you didn't come out to see us finish, man. I was there all weekend long. I'd never heard from Bernie.
Oh, he was there. He was there. He just had a 9-hour window and he just happened to miss it. That's all. He was there. He was there for a significant portion.
The Bananas were in town too, and I didn't even go watch, man.
Man.
Yeah.
Y'all know what a 1-year-old is like. So
Cry me a river.
I know Chad's Iron Man, and so I can't be bitching.
With four crazies.
So Bernardo's one of our homies. Bernardo is in our fantasy football group. Obviously, the most handsome that we have
by far.
Clearly.
But release of the NFL schedule. So we've got the Cowboys schedule I want to run through here. But I've got the totals, the Vegas totals on all of the over-unders. And I want to get you guys' opinions. I picked out a few that I think are just blatantly wrong. And so let's look at these and see what you guys think. First one I want to talk about the Cowboys. Okay. We're all Cowboys homers. I mean, we just are. Every year's our year. 9.5. Tell me why the Cowboys go over or under 9.5. Chad, we'll start with you.
Because their offensive game plan is going to be better this year. Play calling is going to be better. I think they're going to have they're going to tailor fit things to Dak that work out. The only thing I'm worried about a little bit is our receiving core. I don't love Gallup. I think Brandon Cooks is probably a little overrated. I hope they do what your thing says and we sign D-Hop. But
go get him. So I saw on Instagram today they said that D-Hop's looking for around 10 to 12 million.
Hey,
you can give him a 1-year
Ouch.
deal at 12
Ouch.
million and be
Hard
done.
pass.
Hey,
Ouch.
No,
hold on,
for
wait, tell me
12 million?
what's the deal with Hopkins and Dak, by the way?
He don't want to play for Dak. He wants a real quarterback. He does not want to play
I mean,
for Dak.
is that pretty much what has come out? I mean,
That's literally what he
There's people
said.
saying that, yeah.
No, he said it.
Oh, he said that.
He named the guys that he wanted to play for, and then somebody asked him about Dak, and he gave him the old no comment.
Okay, well then he's out.
yeah, so he's not coming in.
But he's worth
Yeah.
12 million is what I'm saying. I mean, Beckham just got 18. I mean, of course DeAndre Hopkins worth 12.
He's better than Beckham for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's still productive. A lot of volume. I mean, somebody's going to pay it. I mean,
Yeah.
it's going to be Buffalo or Kansas City.
Dude, sitting here, I'm looking
No.
at our schedule. We should be
Or
4-1.
maybe the Browns.
Yeah.
4-1 after week 5.
All right, so let's do
5-1
this.
after week 6.
Punch, where are you? I mean, Bernardo, where are you at are you over or under 9.5?
I'm over. Bobo and I did a very safe COVID total. Remember that?
Mhm.
Remember
Oh, yeah.
COVID? Yeah, we went conservative last year. I think we had 13. I mean, and they lost 2 in overtime. So, yeah, over. NFC sucks.
Yeah,
Look at all
it
the
does.
quarterbacks.
Yeah.
It does. Tony, over or under?
It's an easy over. I mean, it's just going to be another classic Cowboy season. So I mean, we'll win.
So
we'll
Since
win.
If it's
we're,
under,
since we're on
first
them, let's
round.
talk about this, right?
If
So
it's
I
under,
got-
does McCarthy lose? Is McCarthy
McCarthy's
gone?
gone. If they don't go to the NFC Championship game, McCarthy's gone because he has no more excuses. He has no more excuses. He-
Yeah,
you know,
man.
He inherited Kellen
defensively
Moore.
great. Yep.
Yes. And that's what, God, it infuriates me about Jerry Jones because he did the same thing with Wade Phillips. He hired Jason Garrett's little puppet ass and then tells Wade Phillips, we're going to make you the head coach, but by the way, he's going to be your OC. Done the same thing with Mike McCarthy. We're going to keep Kellen Moore, but even though you're this offensive guru that developed Brett Favre, developed Aaron Rodgers, developed all these quarterbacks, we want Kellen Moore to call the play. I mean, you've handcuffed McCarthy for 3 years now. The handcuffs are off. There's no more remnants of Jason Garrett. It is do or die for McCarthy. I think it is.
No excuses.
Yep, none. Zero.
Excuses are gone.
All right, so let's run through this. Jaguars at the Cowboys. That's a win, right?
Hold on, wait. Jaguar. Wait, hold on, wait. That's week 1? I thought week
Week
1 was
one.
Giants.
Watch out for the baby Jags.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I think – well, yeah. So mine's probably out of order. Let's just go through it. Cowboys at the Jaguars. Or I'm sorry, Jaguars at the Cowboys. That's a win.
That's a win.
That's a
home.
win.
Cowboys
Yep.
at the
Oh,
Seahawks.
dude, that's the preseason. You're looking at preseason games.
Give me what's the first? Okay.
The
gotcha.
first game is the New York Giants, week 1.
Gotcha. I'm here. Cowboys at the Giants. That's a win.
Yeah,
That's a win. I'll take the win there.
Jets at the Cowboys. I say it's a loss.
It's the win.
Ooh.
You think Aaron Rodgers, the ghost of Aaron Rodgers, is going to come back and get us here?
He's
I
never
think he
lost.
does.
I'll
Aaron
take the
Rodgers,
loss. I'll take the loss on that.
6 and
I
3
think he'll
against
win.
the Cows.
Yep.
All time.
I'll take the loss on that.
I think we win.
Okay.
Go ahead.
Cowboys at the Cardinals. That's a win.
It's easy dub.
Win.
Cardinals, worst team in the NFL.
Yep, absolutely.
Patriots at the Cowboys. That's a win because it's a home game, I think.
Win.
Anybody disagree there?
Nope.
Nope.
Cowboys at the Niners. That's a loss.
That's a loss.
Yep.
Cowboys at the Chargers. I'm going to say that's another loss.
I'll go win there.
I think that's a win.
That's a win.
Take a win
That's
there?
win. I'll take win there.
Bernardo, what do you say?
Is your boy in LA now, Mr. Moore?
He is.
He's going to let Herbert sling it. We'll see what happens. That'll be a fun one.
It'll be fun. So, well, that'll be a toss-up. Rams at the Cowboys. That's a win.
Yep.
Yeah.
Cowboys at the Eagles. That's a loss.
It's a loss.
Yep.
Giants at the Cowboys. Another win.
Take it.
Okay.
Cowboys at the Panthers. That's a win.
Take it.
Commanders at the Cowboys. That's a win. Right?
Yeah,
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 sure.
for sure. We'll stop you when you're wrong.
They're,
Okay.
they're pesky defense.
Yep.
But
Okay. And then we've got
Who's their quarterback though?
Sam Howell.
Yeah, that's a win.
And then we've got Seahawks at the Cowboys. Geno will have a very big regressed year. I'm just saying. That's a win.
Man, they got a trio of wideouts, man.
They do. How good is
What's
Geno
our,
Smith, though, really?
What's that?
How good is Geno?
He's
pretty
very
good last
not
year.
bad. Yeah,
You
very
guys,
not bad.
you guys brought it into life.
Spoke it into
imagine.
existence.
That's ridiculous.
Dane and Bruce actually memed it into reality
They did.
from the
Dane and Bruce.
preseason onward.
They did. December 10th.
Yeah, hold on. Where are we at right now? On
We
what
are
predicted?
right now, we are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. We are 8-4 right now.
Oh, Super Bowl
Ooh.
bound, baby. Super Bowl bound.
8-4.
Yeah, but every one of our
December 10th.
losses, or most of our losses, are against the NFC teams, right? San Francisco,
Yeah.
Philly.
Yep.
San Francisco at
I
Philly.
guess just half of them.
Yeah. Okay. December 10th, Eagles at the Cowboys. That's a win. You beat them at home.
Okay. I mean, you're hoping to split with the Eagles, that's for sure.
Yeah. December 17th at Buffalo. That's a loss.
I think that's a win.
You think it's a win?
I do.
Go
I don't know
into
why.
Buffalo and beat
Taking a loss
Joshy?
there.
I think that's a game that we're going to have to win if we
In-
want to be NFC champions. I mean,
In
like, I think
December,
that, yes.
give me the Bills at home in December, man.
Now, do I
think
think the
so.
Bills are going to win? Probably, but I think that the Cowboys need to prove they can go on the road and win a game, a big game. That's a big game.
It is a big game.
They
So we're going
better
to put
win
that.
that game.
We'll just leave that in the toss-up then, because I think
what
it's
other-
a loss. I mean, I'm
Before,
adamant that
okay,
it's a
so
loss.
let's stop right there. Week 15 at the Buffalo Bills. What other big game do you guys have us winning?
None.
They
You're not
better
going to go
win
on the
that
road
game.
and beat the Eagles. You're not going to go on the road and beat the 49ers. I mean, it's just not
So we
gonna
play
happen.
3 big games, 3 teams that are worthy of NFC Championship contention, and we're saying we're going to lose all 3 of them,
I think so at home.
but
yeah.
we're going to make it to the NFC Championship game.
I didn't say we were going to make it there. I just said that that's
thought-
that or bust. I mean,
thought
if
AJ
McCarthy
was talking
doesn't,
to
then
me.
he's fired. All right, December 24th, Christmas Eve, Cowboys at the Dolphins. This, I think, is a tricky game. Specifically, if the Cowboys beat the Bills, that at the Dolphins, I'm telling you, that will be I'm leaning towards a loss. You don't, it's so stinking hard to go into Miami and win, and I don't understand why.
Sure.
Okay, so now we're 8 and 6, right?
How many games left?
I mean,
2 games left.
Yeah, and then you get the Lions at home. That's a win.
Sorry,
and then you
Dane.
go to the
Win.
Commanders.
Sorry, Dane.
For the last
I think that's
game
a
of the
I think that's a
season.
loss. That's a
At the
loss.
Commanders.
I'm calling it a loss.
Okay,
The
so now we're
NFC
9 and 7.
Yeah, so we're right on the number. I'm a little bit higher. I've got them.
a little bit
winning the
higher.
Commanders. I've got them winning. If they win at Buffalo, they lose at Miami. If they lose at Buffalo, they win at Miami. That's what I'm going to say. They're not going to lose 2 in a row to NFC or to AFC East teams. It's not going to happen. They'll win one of those. They'll split one of those. So we're at 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We're at 11 wins. I think that's pretty close.
And it doesn't matter because we're going to lose
I mean-
first round of the playoffs anyway.
AJ said clearly the over and picked him to go 9 and 7.
Yeah.
Let's just talk about that for a second here. You said clearly the
shit
over.
happens, okay? Shit happens.
And then picked them to hit the under.
2-0 against the Giants. Did they sweep the Giants in 2022?
I think so.
They did last year, yeah. Yeah.
Man, so 4.
Yeah.
I mean,
It's
this schedule's not insane except for the Eagles. I mean, they're going to have to win at San Francisco.
are they
At
good?
the Eagles.
Are the
at
Eagles
Buffalo.
good?
All right. I mean, yeah, they're good. But does
But
Jalen Hurts come back to life?
Well,
Did he
I mean,
come
that's
back
that's the thing too. I
third
mean,
inning?
look at historically teams that were runner up in the Super Bowl. Look at how that's played out historically. I mean, it's something like 40-something% missed the playoffs the following year. So I mean, I expect to see some regression because let's face it, Lamar Jackson's MVP season, back when Michael Vick was running around crazily, the Wildcat, all these different mobile quarterback offenses and things like that. Year 2, year 3, defensive coordinators in the NFL are not dummies. They're going to figure that out. So
Cool.
I
trade me
think
Jalen. Put your money where your mouth is. Trade me Jalen.
well, you know how much I hate him. Jalen for
I know.
Joshy right now. Jalen for Joshy right now.
No, that's why that wasn't the offer. Trade me
Okay, well,
Jalen.
I mean that's my offer.
You hate him. Well, no, that doesn't sound like you think he's going to regress. If you're offering Josh for Jalen,
He's still top 4 or 5 probably outside of Mahomes And any
You just-
mobile quarterback in
you just
fantasy
said he was-
football that
you
gets
just said he
rushed,
was-
just
You
stop.
just
We're
said he was
moving,
going to
moving on.
regress and suck.
We're moving on. We're moving on. We're moving on.
Okay.
Next,
Should have never traded you, Jalen. Ever.
this is another glaring one for me. Minnesota Vikings over under 8.5.
That's a pretty good number, but I think under.
Yeah, I'll take the under.
Okay, let's run through their schedule, and I'll tell you why I think it's
I would
over.
have to say over.
Okay,
Yeah,
so Burn and Benny.
I haven't
think
seen the
it's over?
schedule.
We're over. I'm fixing. We're going to call it out. We'll run through it real quick. Buccaneers at the Vikings. Baker Mayfield coming into the dome and
No.
winning. No,
They,
that's a win.
yeah.
Vikings at the Eagles. Loss.
Loss.
Chargers at the Vikings. Win.
Loss.
You like loss there? Okay.
Loss.
Vikings at the Panthers.
Win.
I even have my Chargers hat on.
Chiefs at the Vikings. Loss.
Loss.
Vikings at the Bears.
Win.
Win.
Okay.
No, I would not.
I might.
yeah,
I give the nod to the Bears there.
I do
Okay, you
too. I
going
think
loss?
Justin
All right,
Fields
I'm
is going to
keeping
look
it.
better this year.
Keep it. 49ers at the Vikings. Loss.
Loss.
Vikings at the Packers. Win.
Hey, hold on, wait. Who's starting for the Niners this year? Is it going to be?
We don't know yet. Purdy's still
I mean, so we're giving a lot of credence to the Niners based on.
doesn't matter.
They could
Based
roll out.
Yep.
They could roll out anybody.
I mean, it's going to be Trey
They-
Lance or
They could have
Purdy, right?
They could have Bobo at quarterback.
Yeah,
okay?
they proved that last year, dude. That
Absolutely.
defense is so good. And then adding Christian McCaffrey.
Okay.
I mean,
Okay.
so I say win at the Packers. Anybody opposed to that? Win at the Packers?
Win.
Jordan Love, he ain't beating them. Vikings at the Falcons. That's a win.
Win.
Saints at the Vikings. Win.
Bijan's going to run all over him, baby.
He might.
Offensive Rookie of the Year.
Minnesota.
Vikings at the Broncos.
God,
I mean, the Broncos have to be better this year, right? I mean, they got Sean Payton.
You think so?
you
I mean,
think so.
he's good for a couple of games. Better.
Loss.
know, though.
We'll give them the loss there.
Yeah, I give him a loss.
Bears at the Vikings. Win.
Okay, we'll split.
Vikings at the Raiders. Win.
Win. Jimmy G.
Yeah. Vikings at the Bengals. Loss.
Loss.
Lions at the Vikings.
That's a loss. Lions, baby. Coach Dan.
Lions on the road?
Yes. Give me the Lions for the win on the road.
Since we have a fan here, let's go through their
Lions
schedule
are
here in a
good.
minute too.
Packers at the Vikings. That's another win. And then Vikings at the Lions. They get revenge.
Because we
split.
picked the Lions,
I'll
so yeah, let's
Split
split.
it? Okay, we'll
I'll
split.
split.
It
So
has to be
1,
split.
2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. We got them at 11 wins.
Okay. Over was 8, right?
And over
you
8.5.
You have them at 11 wins. Me
That's
and Chad didn't
way-
have them at 11 wins.
They had 13 last year, but I mean, it was pretty weak.
But look at that division. I mean, what do we know about Josh Fields? Not much.
I
If
think
you can
he
keep
has
him
a
in the
chance to be
pocket,
good though.
I don't know that he can beat you if you keep him in the pocket. Jordan Love, we know absolutely nothing about. That team is in disarray. And then you have the Lions. I mean, Dan Campbell is going to be Dan Campbell, but I mean, I think the Vikings are
What's their over under this year? Do you have that? The
Lions
for Dane.
Yeah, give me just a second here.
It is 9.5. Yep, 9.5.
I think that's an under. I think Jared Goff, your quarterback, that's an under.
Oh, I'm clearly taking the over here.
You're
Oh, you're
going
taking
over?
the over at 9?
I'm going over, baby. Over.
So listen to this.
Dude,
So
I think
it-
the Lions might not be bad if they had a.
I don't have the Lions schedule in front of me. so
I mean,
I'm gonna
dude,
pull
if
it
you
up.
look at it, Goff is one of the veterans in the NFC. I mean, the Lions
It's
are pretty
true, but it
good.
doesn't mean he's good.
Well, he doesn't make mistakes.
He's manageable.
Yeah. So here, listen to the juice on this while you're looking that schedule up.
I got it right here.
Lions, I got the win total at 9.5. The over is minus 150, and the under is plus 125. So Vegas
Oh, yeah, they like it.
loves the over there.
All right, y'all ready? Just quickly, I'll blow through it quick because we're already at 45 minutes.
Okay.
Game 1, Chiefs,
Loss.
Seahawks.
Win.
Win.
Okay, we're 1-1. Falcons,
Win.
2-1. Packers,
Win.
Win.
3-1. Panthers,
Win.
4-1. The fighting Baker Mayfields.
Win.
Win.
Okay, so we're sitting at week 7 at
Yeah, I mean, they're
5-1.
5-1 in week 7. All you got to do is win 4 over the next 8 games.
All right, Ravens.
Loss.
Win. Oh, I'm sorry. Yeah, I'm sorry. Ravens.
Yeah,
I'll call it a loss.
loss.
Yes.
Okay, so we're
Yep.
5-2.
5-2.
Raiders,
Win.
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 6-2. Chargers.
Loss.
6-3 Bears.
Win.
7-3 Packers.
Win.
8-3 Saints.
Win.
Yeah.
9-3 Bears. You gonna split that?
Yeah, we can split that.
Okay, so
Yeah, let's
9-4 Broncos.
Win.
Yeah,
Win.
absolutely win.
10-4. We're sitting at 10-4 with 3 games left.
The Lions.
God, we're going to Super Bowl.
They're already over. They're already over right there.
Vikings.
I say loss. I mean, I think they're going to split with the Vikings. So
I think they'll split. Yeah.
10-5 Cowboys.
Loss.
Oh,
They're gonna beat us at
10-6
home.
and then Vikings again.
They're not
Win.
beating us at home.
So you're talking about 11-6, man.
Hell yes.
It's crazy.
That's a heck of a, if
Five
the-
words. 5 words for you. In Dan Campbell, I trust.
That's fair.
Well, I was really hoping that was going to be 6 or 4.
Don't you think for a minute I did not count it out before
I did
said
that.
it.
I did it like 3
Counted
times.
it out
right here.
before I said it. Yeah.
All right.
All right, let's look at
What are we
let's look
moving
at this
on
one, and I think we may have some disagreements on this one.
to? Who are we bringing up?
49ers.
49ers.
49ers. 11.5. I am heavily on the under.
Heavily on the under.
Heavily on the under.
Okay.
Vegas agrees with you on that,
Mm.
right? Am I reading this right?
No,
Vegas
they do.
Agrees?
Yeah, they agree.
Vegas is pretty heavy on the under.
We'll run through this just
Hold on.
super fast.
Real quickly, I'm gonna bring somebody in here that wants to talk 49ers. Is that okay with you guys?
Come on, bring them. Yeah, let's go.
All right.
do.
Make sure your camera's working, buddy.
Is it Christian McCaffrey? Did we land Christian McCaffrey?
We did bring on.
Oh, Brucey baby.
Brucey,
Here he
talk to
is.
me about the 49ers.
What are you
Well,
thinking, Bruce?
I'm thinking that Trey Lance is going to be the starter. He's going to start the season and he's going to carry the season. Brock Purdy he was juiced for 7 games. All right, it was good, it was hot, but there's no way he can sustain that. It's impossible. And so he was riding a wave of momentum. And plus, I need somebody to throw the ball to Debo. I'd rather have Trey Lance throwing it than Brock Purdy.
What do we know about
but
Trey
I'm
Lance other than he tore his ACL in week 2? What do we know about the guy?
That's you don't know a lot. You know, he's got an arm like a rocket. You know that he's mobile in the pocket. But he's been hurt, so you really can't see him tied together. It's kind of a shame.
How do most quarterbacks fare, running quarterbacks fare when they come back from an ACL?
They're not. They may not do well. Okay, I see where you're going with Benny, but I also want to say that there's no way that the Detroit Lions are going. What'd y'all say? 11-4, 11.
11-6.
Whoa.
11-6.
Whoa, why are you blaspheming? Why?
I love Dan Campbell.
Yes, you
but,
do.
I mean, they had the high scoring offense, but they always get outscored. It just happens. Shitty records. So something's got to change on defense. But I just don't think that's going to happen in turn of a year.
New year, new focus.
So on the 49ers, let's run through this one real quick because I'm telling you, I'm way under. 49ers at the Steelers.
Win.
That's easy.
It's a win?
Yes.
Okay. 49ers at the Rams.
Win.
Yes.
Win.
Giants at the Niners.
Give me the G-men, baby.
Win.
Niners win.
Cardinals at the Niners. That's a win.
Yeah, it's a win.
Cowboys at the Niners. We've already said that's a win.
That's a win.
They're 5-0. So they're
Yep.
almost halfway there. 49ers at the Browns.
Win.
Ooh.
Absolutely, that's a win.
Win?
Is DeAndre going to the Browns?
I doubt it.
D-Watt is campaigning for him. They got all the cap room in the world.
They do have money.
Yep.
Be interesting to see.
Uh,
49ers at the Vikings. Loss.
That's a win.
That's
No.
a win?
49ers, Vikings. The 49ers win that game.
We just
Okay.
call that as a
Oh,
win.
we did call that one.
Yeah.
I got you.
We call-
I got
I
you.
mean, we
Okay.
could change our mind from schedule to schedule.
Bengals at the Niners. Bengals at the Niners. Joey Burrow.
Lost.
Joe Shiesty.
I don't think they can beat them.
I think Joey B has ice water running through his veins. He wins that
does,
game.
that does.
Yeah, it's a Bengals win.
49ers at the Jaguars.
Man, I'll go
Doug
Jags.
Peterson? Yeah.
It's a
I
win.
like Doug Peterson at home.
I'm
Buccaneers
I'm
at the
with
Niners.
Bernie.
Win.
They
Win.
win.
49ers at the Hawks. Conference game. Day
Man,
before
the
Thanksgiving.
Hawks
win.
don't have any defense. They may score, but they're not gonna. They
Pete
Hawks lose.
Carroll ain't losing on prime time on Thanksgiving. It's not happening.
Oh,
That's a loss.
you don't think that the San Francisco 49ers defense can shut down Geno?
I mean, I think they can, but I think it's like a 12-9 game, or it's a 10-7 game, or something stupid like that.
I'm not convinced the 49ers are going to outscore a whole lot of people, like just run away from anybody, by the way.
49ers at the Eagles. Loss.
Loss.
Lost Niners. Yeah, give me the Eagles.
Big loss.
Hawks at the Niners. That's a win. 49ers at the Cardinals. Win.
Win.
Ravens at the Niners on Christmas Day, prime time.
Go
last week.
Niners.
I think the Ravens probably win that game.
Fuck no.
Lamar will do something crazy.
So we'll say it's a win, loss.
I would say
49ers at the Commanders. Win.
Win.
Rams at the Niners.
win.
2, 3, 4.
Did the Eagles beat the Niners this year in the playoffs?
6,
Who
7, 8,
that was?
10, 11, 12. We got them at 13 wins. Eagles beat
Swear-
the Niners. Purdy went down in the second
That's
quarter.
right. That's right.
We got them at 13 wins. I'm in a disagreement here. I'm going way under.
I think
mean,
49ers are gonna.
The part that gets me is the way under. Where do you think they land at?
What, you think 6
Well,
wins? What?
So here's
what's
the
way
thing.
under?
You have no idea what you're getting at quarterback. None. Did Brock Purdy have a decent, like Bruce said, decent back half? Sure he did. But look at the Cowboys game. We said we're all Cowboys homers, every one of us. We say, what does it take for the Cowboys to win this game beforehand? You cannot let Deebo Samuel run all over you, and you cannot let Christian McCaffrey run all over you. Those two combined rushed for 80 yards and 1 touchdown.
Mm.
Purdy did nothing to win that game. Dak throwing 2 interceptions is what lost that game. So, Purdy fits into that Shanahan game manager. We're really going to run the football. We're going to play good defense, and we're not going to make mistakes. But on the road at the 49ers, at the Seahawks, he's going to make some mistakes. On the road against the Jaguars and Doug Peterson, he's going to make some mistakes if he's the guy. I mean, I don't know that. I think that realistically, I think the 49ers are probably I think they're 9-8, somewhere around in there. I mean, I think they go on.
Jeez.
Oof. Bold.
Yeah.
I like it.
Yeah.
So I'm
Okay,
just throwing it out.
Benny, is there any more scheduled you want to run through or anything?
Yeah, real quick.
Okay, 'cause I got a hypothetical question here for the group here in just a second.
So this is another one that I'm over on as well, and I'm over on it because they're in a god awful division. Okay, so keep that in mind. Tampa Bay Buccaneers over or under 6 wins.
They'll go over.
Yeah.
They'll go over.
I'll give them the over.
Yeah. I mean, I don't think that's all that. I mean, Baker's not like some set the world on fire, but if you go back to him as a rookie, right? He comes in and plays pretty well. The next year he plays pretty well again, leads him to the playoffs. If I could be wrong, his third year is when he gets hurt and tries to play through it.
Yep.
And that's when the narrative on Baker Mayfield changes. If he
Completely
just
changed.
if he just calls it good, has surgery, does what he needs to do, we're not having this conversation right now. He's probably still a Brown.
But when has he ever just done what he needed to do?
Never.
Never.
Just
he can't
just do what he needs to do.
No, he tried to
Can't do
play through it, and then the narrative on him changes because he played hurt. And to their credit, since he did that, he has not been good except for a couple of games with the Rams last year.
Yeah.
Which, by the way, I think the Rams was the perfect place for him.
Yeah, go out there and learn under.
Yeah,
You know,
I
learn
wish
under
he
that
could have stayed there
system.
another year. I don't know that he's going to be great in Tampa Bay, but I think if he could have stayed in Los Angeles, he would have been okay.
I think Bruce Arians is big on him at the moment, so
Yep.
maybe foster something good out of him.
So we're going to have to run through all this because we only got to get them to 6 wins. Bears at the Buccaneers, that's a win. I'm just looking at home games. Falcons at the Buccaneers, that's a win.
The win.
Titans at the Buccaneers is a win. So there's 3 wins there. These are just home games. Panthers at the Buccaneers win. We're up to 4. And then you get the Jags at the Bucks, probably a loss. Saints at the Bucks win.
we'll win.
I mean, so there's 5 home wins. So out of your road games, all you have to win is either the Jets, the Vikings, win on the road against the Saints, Texans. Colts. They get over. I think they get over 6 pretty easy. So I like the over there.
All right. So I've got just a quick hypothetical before we move into next week's guest. So, and this is probably something we should talk about before the season, but who cares? Whatever. How many quarterbacks? There's 32 starting quarterbacks in the NFL, right? How many quarterbacks
Good math. Yeah.
right now, if you plug them in, since we're Cowboys homers, if you plug them into the Dallas Cowboys, immediately elevate the team? Like I'm thinking Joe Burrow. I think with Joe Burrow, we're in the Super Bowl, right? Or right there, NFC Championship. Let's not even call it Super Bowl because sometimes that's a
I
lot.
love Joe Burrow.
With that
So-
defense, yeah, for sure.
How
So
many
Joe
quarterbacks
Joe
out there
Burrow-
right now would
let's
elevate the team?
Jesus.
Whoa. Easy, Tiger.
I mean, look
Lord.
at Justin Herbert. Where he
Well,
at.
so that's where I was
I will
going
take
next.
him
Justin
over.
Herbert.
Okay.
Those
Aaron
Mahomes,
Rodgers.
obviously.
Aaron, of course. Yeah, Mahomes, Josh Allen. What about Aaron Rodgers?
I take him.
Yes.
I take him right freaking now, dude.
Absolutely.
I said it about Brady, and you guys laughed at me. I maintain it again with Aaron Rodgers. I mean,
Okay, let's ask a different one though. Jalen Hurts.
oh yeah, baby.
Undefeated.
I would say yes.
No.
It's
So here's the thing about Jalen Hurts, right? He just got what 200 something million, 240, 250
Yeah,
million.
we're not talking about money though. This
No,
is
but
just
is he going to
fun-
run? Is he going to want to continue to run the football 25 times a game?
because we know what happens to him.
Yeah, we know what happens, but
So that's
you
what I'm
gotta-
saying. I mean, standing in the pocket, is he better standing in the pocket than Dak?
No,
I
No.
don't think so.
Okay,
I
Lamar
take Dak
Jackson.
over Jalen.
Lamar Jackson.
Dak. I hate Lamar
Dak.
Jackson.
Yeah.
Give me Dak.
But it's
That's a
about
wash.
winning. It's just because you don't like him.
No, he's not
Um,
good, dude. We know that. Everybody knows
Okay.
that.
Justin
Trevor-
Fields,
Oh,
Fields,
I take Fields.
Give me Dak.
I would take him,
give me Dak.
Trevor Lawrence,
especially after last year.
Trevor Lawrence, I would take
Fields,
over.
Lawrence, yes.
and we're not talking about their future either. It's just 1 year.
Yeah,
One
right
year.
now, I would take
Trevor
him right
Lawrence.
now.
I'd take
Yeah.
Trevor Lawrence too. Thinking some other ones. Throw them out there. Obviously, Gino. We're going to take Dak, right?
Okay. So I thought it was a good one to
That's
throw
rude.
out. Yeah.
What about
I know
Deshaun
how Bruce.
Watson?
That was my next one. I'd take Deshaun Watson.
Give me Dak.
No, I'll take
Man,
Deshaun.
Deshaun, when he was at his best, was electric.
When
Yeah,
was
he
that?
was.
Was that 4 years ago?
Yeah,
Trump
it's
was
been
in
a minute.
office. The last time D. Watt was good, Trump was in office. Come on.
It was pre-massage parlor.
yeah.
Mac
Jared
Jones?
Goff. We're going to take.
No,
I'll take
no Mac.
I don't take
No,
Mac
man.
either.
Russell
Tua.
Wilson.
I'll
Ooh,
take Tua.
I'd take Tua.
You take two over Dak?
Yep,
I like Tua.
Fuck no.
No,
I
I
like
can't do
Tua.
it.
hands
And you
down.
can-
Bruce.
Tua's
and you
a way
can-
better
and-
passer.
And you can
He's gonna get injured again.
Yeah. He's one freaking helmet touch away from
Yeah,
That's
being.
true.
Hey,
Yeah, he is one.
this-
He is one
Yeah.
concussion away from
he's
drinking
gained
his Happy
50
Meals to his
pounds. I'm
throat.
telling you, he's a way better passer.
He looks like a linebacker.
He did gain a bunch of weight. I
You
saw
seen the
that.
pics of him? Dude is
Yeah.
thick.
Yeah,
I
He's
got
some
one for
thighs
you
on him.
that for 1 year in his heyday for sure. He's not a starter. Jameis Winston.
No.
no,
I thought I might get something.
Benny would be cussing him down with
Oh,
all the
man, can you
5
imagine?
turnovers.
bring the Red Rocket back.
Can you imagine the group chat on a Sunday afternoon when
Dear
Jameis has
God.
thrown
We-
five
we would-
picks?
We would
Bryce
all
Young.
we would all be solid Detroit fans at that point.
Okay, but
Bryce Young, no.
there's a solid handful.
What do we say, 6 or 7? Probably, I think.
Yeah. So I mean, Dak
Yeah,
falls in the
that's-
top 10.
That's
Okay,
about right. I mean, he's somewhere in quarterbacks 6 to 9.
Just on-
so we don't think can a 10th, 6th,
Rely
7th,
on
8th, 9th
podcast.
quarterback get you to the Super Bowl?
Yes.
Man, with that defense and Dan Quinn and Micah Parsons, and I really love the Gallimore pickup. You know, maybe if it was 5 years ago, but I think the guy is still dangerous. So, man, I just and we say this every year, but gosh, this is it. I mean, this is the year.
Is that
Everything's geared up.
Kirk Cousins?
Possibly.
Ooh,
It's a good question.
man, that is a good question.
I mean, it's like
Straight
right
Kirk
there. You know,
Cousins.
Cousins has it to maybe make the NFC Championship, but I mean, can he win the Super Bowl? I don't know.
But, by the way, what happened to Dak? The first year, his rookie year, remember? I mean, he was turnover averse. The dude never threw a pick. Now it seems like every throw is a potential interception. Did his mechanics change? Did his confidence change? Is
Well,
he
I
turned into
think
Brett
that's why
Favre?
you fired Kellen Moore, because he had 4 or 5 years to develop Dak, and Dak didn't get any better. I mean, you can argue that he got worse. So if
I mean, I
you've got
think
this
he-
alleged
I think he
QB
forced the ball
whisperer
too
in
much.
McCarthy, then let him go. You know, let him develop this guy, and then if he doesn't, then it's on McCarthy, and then we move on to someone else.
All right, man. Do we have anything else on the NFL schedule, or we want to get Benny? We can let you introduce what's going on with our next week with our guest.
Give us the preview, Benny.
What are you guys thinking? Any other things on the schedule you want to go through?
No, I want to hear about next week.
Next week. So
AJ's ready to go to bed.
Oh yeah. So special guest next week. This girl, she played high school ball. She's a softball player. Played down in Broken Bow, so kind of the southeast Oklahoma area, and then played for 5 years at OSU. Was a part of that team that went to the World Series and did had some great success. Michaela Richborg. She's currently the softball coach at Allen, Oklahoma, which is my old stomping grounds. So she's going to be on with us next week. She is an amazing person. I mean, I've had a chance to kind of text with her a little bit and talk to some people that know her. Great softball player, great human being. She's a special ed teacher, has a real, kind of passion for teaching special ed and developing some of those areas. But softball coach at Allen now. So super excited to talk with her. We're right in the middle of the College World Series, getting ready to kick off in a couple of days. So we'll have her on breaking down some of the games and kind of giving her championship picks and going from there. So really excited about that. I think she's going to be awesome. So those of you guys out there with young daughters, Kinley, my daughter, she absolutely loves softball and she wants to know if she can ask a question next week. So get your daughters up, get some questions submitted to us, and let's do it.
Are y'all gonna have Bernie on every week now? Because God bless, he's attractive. Goodness,
we're gonna hold a vote. We're gonna take a vote after this.
He just could sit there and not say a word.
Just immediately brings up the vibe.
Thank you, Mr.
Last thing for me, Golden Knights in 6.
Congratulations,
Absolutely,
Benny.
100%. Golden Knights in 6.
No, they're going in 4.
You think so? It's a sweep?
Yeah, it's going to be a sweep. They're massive. Those are monsters
so
out
good.
there.
I love Jonathan Marshall. Love him. And then I got the Nuggets in 5. You guys want to argue that?
I think the Nuggets win. I don't know enough about it, but I don't know who. I don't even know who Vegas
I'll go
is playing
5.
in the
Yeah,
NHL Stanley Cup.
It'll be a battle. There's some beef there with Jimmy Butler, but he has beef with everybody.
He does, man. You guys buy into that rumor? I mean, I've dug into this before, and this
Michael
is the last
Jordan.
thing for me. Yeah, the Jordan being his dad. You buy into that?
Oh man, I mean, they take his hair off. He looks exactly like him.
Well, and there was some internet sleuth that went down this road about how Jimmy Butler was born in Houston on X date, like 9 months and 2 days prior to that, the Bulls played at Houston. I mean, they're just, I don't know, man. There's some parallels there.
I choose to believe.
Yeah, let's get them tested. Let's get them DNA tested.
All right. Anything else, Bruce?
Any
Bernie?
update on Joe?
Yeah, we're still in negotiations with Joe Exotic. He tweeted, by the way, his CT scan was not good. Looks like his bladder's eat up with cancer, his kidneys, his stomach, his
We're going to get him on quick then.
So
every internal organ.
We got to speed this up a little bit.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm in negotiations with Patty or Tammy.
They're coming off that 200 bones.
Yeah, I think
Maybe.
Susie came down on the price a little bit, I thought.
She did. So when I was in Mexico, she sent me a text and was like, hey, we're running a flash sale for the next 24 hours. You can get Joe at like $300 instead of $400. And I was like, why don't you flash yourself on down to around 200 and we're getting
yeah, we'll flash sell at $150. How about that, Susie?
I mean, he
Take
doesn't
it
even
or-
have enough
take it or
time left
leave
to
it.
spend all that money.
Take it or leave it.
I mean,
So,
What do you
Hopefully
think?
it'll work out.
How much do you think Susie gets out of that? So what's her cut? You think how much?
Probably 100% if I was guessing.
pack of
How much makes it the
menthols.
prison commissary? How much Susie getting? 50%.
I bet Susie gets a big number.
Susie's getting a pack of
50%.
menthols. Is what
Because
she's
how does
getting.
Joe even know what the number is?
That's true. It's a good point.
That's a good question.
We're gonna ask him. We're gonna ask him. That'll be like the first question. Joe, how much money? How much money is in
what's
your
your
prison
percentage?
commissary right now?
Right
How
now.
How many packs of ramen noodles can you go buy right now?
How
Based
elite
off your-
are you right now?
Yeah, that's
Hey,
right.
We could see if he can get his. Do they have like a Venmo for his
What did
prison
he
camp? We could slide him some bones in there, help him out.
I want to go visit him.
I do too.
Let's lock it in. Let's do it.
Where's he at?
I don't know. We're going to have to look it up. Somewhere
Texas.
in Texas. Yeah.
I mean, it can't be too far.
I guess he's close to the cancer ward. I guess wherever he is.
Maybe we'll go see him in the hospital.
Cheer him up.
All right. Anything else for anybody before we get out of here?
Oh man, appreciate it, guys.
No, it's good.
Night,
Thank
boys.
you guys for coming
Bernardo,
on.
Brucey, good to see you, brothers.
Y'all have fun.
Yes.
Buenas noches.
I'm going to take them out of here real quickly. Oh, AJ left too.
AJ's gone.
Okay. AJ.
Shayla Richborg next week talking softball. You guys tune in.
It's going to be a good time.
Awesome.
If you're out there watching this, send us your questions to ask. I don't have a whole lot of softball questions. And unfortunately, the question I want to ask is kind of about the OU streak. I don't know how, she's an OSU.
She says she's game. She says she's game for it all. So, yeah.
I would really like to know.
Streak. We'll talk about her kind of ascension. Coming from a smaller area, Southeast Oklahoma, all the way to Stillwater to the College World Series. It's a great story. So
yeah, I think it'll be fun.
Looking forward to it for sure.
Cool. All right, Benny,
buddy.
I'll see you in about a week, man.
Later,
buddy.